Holy crap. Folks, we are live. Welcome to Gamers Health. This is a week with two Gamers Health because
Sunday.
we had Sunday.
Hi, sweet Sadie.
So I am Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. With me, as always for Gamers Health, is none other than my lovely wife, Rachel.
Hello. How is everybody?
So we actually have background noise. So that's apparently a new feature that is added by Restream. It's music, ambient noises. They got a Halloween theme.
Oh,
Was,
that's cute.
you know,
Yeah, this I like it. It's like if we were doing some sort of a meditation.
oh,
That feels like that could lend
it
itself
lend itself to
to
the
that. Yeah.
meditative benefits.
Yeah. And we could do it at like a guided thing.
But we're not. This is not a meditative episode. We'll work on that. But that's actually, you know, listen. Um, as the episode goes on,
Yeah, maybe one week we can do a meditation about gratitude
and kitty cats.
and kitty cats and
I saw her coming up. I said, let me grab.
yeah, we can do one about gratitude and sort of start a visualization that can help us give our gratitude to other people too, to share in.
So the kitty cat. Yeah, there we are. Your ambient noise too, baby. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, Sadie wants to be part of the cast, isn't that? Isn't that always
Leave
the
it.
way? And she's. I said, I want mommy's iced tea. Damn it.
And that's a good girl. You go up top.
So, I figured we'd give a recap before we dive into today's topic. One thing that we learned, so the Guardian, that's our indoor garden, gave us a warning message a couple of weeks ago that the pump voltage was low for the water pump. And I asked me to test it, and I tested it, and it worked fine. Well, then earlier this week, it stopped working. But we got a message from Guardian itself that they detected a defective water pump and were mailing us a water pump because we were under warranty. And I was like, holy crap. I didn't. Now, the water sensor is off too. I'm not sure if that's integrated into the whole thing. It may be related.
Let's see when it comes.
Right. So, in the meantime, we had just restarted the Guardian, so we had all fresh starting plants. So most of the seeds have sprouted. Some of the roots are getting into the cup reservoir for each of the Guardian slots. So Rich is reaching for candy, I think.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my emergency nurse. A cat knocked off her cat tower. So we've been spraying the pods down by hand to ensure that the seedlings remain
Yeah.
moist. And today I actually ran some water through from the top so it would fill up all the pods because some of the pods actually have roots that are establishing themselves that are reaching that reservoir, which means plants are going to be growing fast. So hopefully in the next 2 or 3 days, we are replacing the pump. But again, I've been very happy with Guardian as an indoor hydroponic system, I guess. I would recommend it if you've got a smaller apartment. They have a studio version.
Yes.
So it's one light fixture, two poles of plants. I think it's 6 and 6. So
Yeah, it's shorter
it's
than.
shorter. But really, there's nothing like being in the middle of wintertime and be able to just cut fresh herbs, pick tomatoes, pick peppers, lettuce.
Yeah.
It's just something that's really cool, and I am beginning to think that this music is too loud.
Yeah, I just feel like I should be breathing.
All right. Well, here I'm gonna switch it over to acoustic in the meantime. But it's interesting that they've added this feature. It's
Yeah,
pretty
because a lot of
interesting.
people have like background music on their videos.
Yeah, little acoustic. Feel like I should
Yeah,
be.
it's a
Yeah, I feel like I
vibe.
should be at a coffee shop. I should be at like Starbucks right now,
Or our local,
or local. Yeah, yeah, the local.
if there's a local.
Yeah,
Not as much anymore, it seems like.
yeah, they're kind of suffering. So I had two doctor's appointments this week. I had my endocrinologist. Blood sugar numbers are doing very well. They're right there in the upper end of the pre-diabetic range. Being a diabetic, I'll take that. And we have been, for the most part, watching what we've been eating. But if you could say you can fall off the wagon for food, we fell off the wagon for food last week. Uh, as you
And
saw,
took less activity.
yeah, as you saw, we had Glenn Hallstrom visiting. He was on the Gamers Health live stream last Sunday.
Yeah.
So the reality is, or was it last Saturday? Or was it last Sunday?
Sunday.
Wow, yeah, we did 2 weeks in a row where we were on Sundays. Oh
Hmm.
my, oh my. So, all right, I'm killing the music.
It's a little distracting, do you feel?
Yeah, it's a little distracting, and just like I don't dig the music. I mean, it's cool, but I don't dig it. So, interesting feature, but
Well, you might see how it works with.
yeah. So my endocrinologist again was happy with everything, no change, you're doing well. If I can make one recommendation, and by the way, my blood pressure was 120 over 70. If I can make one recommendation, what do you think it was, folks? Lose some weight.
Mhm.
Now, Rach and I had talked about it, what, a month and a half, 2 months ago, that we were there and losing some weight, and we kind of fell off the wagon. That's why we're going to talk about the whole reevaluate and reassess and get back in.
Yeah.
So that was the one doctor, and then I saw my nephrologist, my kidney doctor, 2 days later on a Thursday, and he was like, "Have you thought about uh, Mounjaro?" I was like, "You've already been
Oh.
injectables." I'm like, "I've already been on it." It's the reason why I had a kidney stone because I was popping Tums like they were candies, like they were Tic Tacs. Because I was constantly nauseous, and I could eat almost anything, but I didn't really want to eat. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, okay, well, you should lose some weight." So it's a common. Uh,
It's yes. These are words we hear enough to be
Concerned,
concerned.
yes. So, um, that was. Yeah, Rach, you didn't have any doctor's appointments this week, did you?
um
I don't know.
no. Um
I'm looking at our chart, but
n-
I've already cleared off
oh
the ones
man.
that went
No,
by.
I don't think so. Um yeah, they know I had my scan that went well. I made I have to go this week for a thyroid sono, which is just totally routine for my Hashimoto's to
Right.
gauge like what kind of damage, if any, and if it's stable, has happened to my thyroid because of the condition. Because basically what that means is that my Hashimoto's means that my immune system is attacking my thyroid,
Thyroid.
and so you have to just
Monitor it.
monitor it. Yeah. And because I have nodules in there, which are most likely from the destruction of the thyroid. So, um, what else? Oh, and then I got my new surgery date for the 25th of November, which is cool by me because I have appointments like with my surgeon and my ortho the 21st and 22nd.
Yeah.
So, that works. And then the 28th, we have Thanksgiving and, that kind of stuff. So, it's a restful
It's a
week.
restful week,
Yeah.
restful time.
Yeah.
By the way, as Rachel's saying this, I'm like, oh, wait, I got to add that to the schedule.
Yeah. So we have some updating to do with that.
So.
Yeah.
But we've always got something going on.
Yeah.
All right. And that's both blessing and curse, right? You always have.
Well, yeah, it's just too like it's important to have, especially things like for you, like it could be like things like exercise. Like I was talking to Eric about maybe going back to yoga this week or next week. My insurance company yoga, because they have it at the Emblem Health where we have the insurance from.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was always fun. I just know when I walk in there, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, where were you?"
We thought you moved.
So I'm excited to go back to that because I am feeling better and my knees are feeling more functional. And so we'll see how it goes. I know I won't be able to do like the deep squats, but we will find a workaround.
Don says Tina wants to get into yoga.
Oh.
All right, so Don, not a secret. Rach is actually a what?
I'm a yoga instructor.
She's a yoga instructor.
I have the 500-hour certification, and it's amazing stuff. And it's really powerful. Like I enjoy doing it on my own, but then I've missed being able to do it in a group environment. There's different things that happen in terms of energy and a different feeling that you have when you leave the room after practicing with other people.
So now, not that I'm going to throw Rach under a bus or anything, but I've been talking to Rach for years about her getting some videos. We not the videos of me looking like a fool to raise money for charity. We can always do that. But Rach is a yoga instructor, and listen, there are many gamers that would love to do yoga. Joe the lawyer used to do yoga.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's something that can certainly be.
And I think he'd be amazed with himself about some of the pose that he can do because he's had a significant weight loss.
Yes.
And just like your body is able to do different things at different ways.
So Don was like, I'm familiar with yoga. Is it really good for you? And then you kind of actually, without seeing the question, you kind of answer that. But he's like, I heard it is like meditation, by the way.
Yes, it's a moving meditation.
She's also trained in singing bowls, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
And it has the same effect along with exercise. So,
yes.
Don, have your people call my people.
Yes.
Because Rach might be able to help guide Tina. Listen,
there is so much yoga out there. There are so many different kinds. There's a yoga for everybody. Like I'm really into the whole concept of accessible yoga because it's just something that no matter where you come from, what you do, how you are, whether that's mentally, physically, spiritually, there's a yoga for you,
right?
And there's always a place to start. And then like this is part of my story, like you find a place to start, and you just get more interested in just all the offshoots and different types of yoga that there are, and like yes. We know asana, like the movements, the poses that we do as yoga. And those are wonderful. That's like sort of the physical manifestation of it. And then there are other manifestations of yoga, which relate to, things like pranayama, like the breathing that goes along with it, and um, also like the meditative aspect of it. The self-reflection. There's just so much. It's so big.
So,
And there's room for everybody and anybody, wherever you come from, however flexible you think or don't think you are. Yeah.
so I mean, Eric, do you do yoga? Not really. And I've actually got yoga. Bought a Yoga for Men book, but
is that the one from Diamond Dallas Page?
Probably is.
Which is great.
It is Yoga for Men.
He's pretty cool.
I have done yoga. We did yoga 2 years ago for charity.
Yes.
Raised some money for St. Jude's. It was a lot of fun, and I dressed like a fool. Not a real stretch. I understand that.
Yeah. But he hasn't ever yet done it consistently.
And I'll be honest with you, I'd be afraid to do it in public for one very important reason. Race, do you want to reveal what that reason is, or what you think it is?
I'm not quite sure.
Take one stab, Race. Take a stab in the dark.
Are you afraid you're going to get stuck and not be able to get up from the floor?
You know what? I didn't even think of that one, but we can add that to the list. But no, there's another one.
What, you're going to fart?
Yes. Yes. And it's gonna be a manly fart. And it's going to be one where let's listen.
Oh, it's going to be downward facing dog.
Yeah, that was everyone's like, I was like, who let
it happens.
Yeah, but wait. You're married to me.
I know.
Okay? You're married to me, and you still go, what the fuck did you eat? So no, I don't want to do. Now, really, what I should.
Well, I mean, usually to. This is something that helps, like when I go to a yoga class out in the community, I generally don't eat for a couple of hours before.
I like food too much.
This one that I go to in close to our house, I just basically wake up and walk over there.
Right, so you haven't eaten yet.
I wake up, take my meds, and then I go over there, do my thing, and, come back, and then eat after the class.
Right.
Yeah.
So Dawn says Tina is currently sewing, but she's logging in now to say hello.
Very cool.
David Thompson popped in.
Oh, cool.
And Don says his fear, for him, it's the fear of the shark.
Oh. So yoga is not going to create shit. It does help with digestion. Yes.
It's not going to create shit, but it might loosen some shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You never know.
And it's never a problem to, if you're doing yoga and you need to get up, run out to the bathroom and come back.
All right. So,
it's not going to be anything that takes you by surprise. You're not going to be so relaxed that you can't feel I got something pushing down on my bum. I got to get rid of.
So again, not saying this to throw Rachel under the bus, but and Paul, welcome. Farts is farts. Yes.
You came right in time, Paul.
Yes. But Rach, what did I suggest to you once you were certified? Not mentally. I mean, when you were certified as a yoga instructor.
You were talking about videos,
right? Because I said
a YouTube thing.
A YouTube thing.
I've just been. I just tend to be a little bit afraid, but maybe if I record some videos and maybe give it a try and play with it like that, and then evaluate it. Do I need to put it up on YouTube?
Wait! This is your audience.
Oh.
This is your audience. Think about that. It's the Gamers Health Basic Yoga episode 1, and just
Oh.
Okay.
And just maybe do like snippets of yoga for like,
Snip.
because I like people always get so scared like when they're like, oh shit, it's an hour long,
No.
you know.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, yoga can happen in 10-minute intervals and 15-minute intervals.
I'm gonna.
I enjoy going to like an hour and 15 minutes class, but
Right. I would say this is. Listen, we're brainstorming live on the air. So watch out. I would suggest aim for 8 to 12 minutes, and you do a series that people can then watch. If they want to do a longer one,
Mhm.
they put them all together. But
Okay.
otherwise, there's a natural progression, and it's like, all right, I want to start with Rach, this is your show
Or
now.
we could do like
Yoga explained. Yes.
yeah, or we could do like different like yoga for different types of tightness or different types of like
I will be your huckleberry, Rach.
tension and
I will be the sacrificial, and Paul to start with simple stretching for us stiff folks.
yeah.
So start with cars.
Okay.
All right. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, that's something that we started to play with today because I've been doing the cars for a long time. It's controlled articulated rotations, which is basically helping your joints move at their going towards their maximum potential. So
Rach
they move in all the
it
ways
look
that
simple as shit. Reality is, if you're somebody who has stenosis and certain muscles and locked joints, it isn't simple as shit. However, it's rewarding. And I had to quit early. And when I say early,
well, we got down to the waist.
see,
we went from the neck to the waist. Tomorrow, maybe we'll work our way up.
Right.
I tend to go work down for grounding reasons, but like we can work our way up and see how that feels. We can be flying, and
what we should be looking at is, even with the cars, do it in 6 to 10 minute parts like this, and it's grouped. This part of the body. These
we can do upper body, lower body.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Look at folks. You've seen it actually happen live. Now you just got to get Rach to commit to saying this is the New Year's resolution for 2025
to start videoing and maybe getting more comfortable with that. Like I'm comfortable to like sit here and talk to you guys over video. I don't fully, because I don't ever see the whole episode like played back, so it's just boom out there and then it's gone, so I have to get more used to, I guess, hearing myself on the video and
what,
like just watching everything, and even
being the center of it,
and watching my form, and while watching whoever I'm teaching for.
Right, but the thing is,
Huckleberry.
I'll be a huckleberry. I'll even say, you know what? We'll get an actual tripod and the camera, so we're not using the camera that's on the iMac, and just be able to have it more.
I have a couple of cameras in there in a basket.
Okay.
That I don't.
Well, I'm not talking about these cameras. I'm just talking about a standalone camera that I can put on a tripod and just.
Maybe the GoPro.
Maybe the GoPro. Maybe the GoPro.
We haven't tried to use that yet.
Yeah,
so maybe
it may be a perfect use for the GoPro. So
yeah, but I'm not really tech savvy, so I don't know how to set a lot of this up.
As you know what, as little tech savvy you have, you still have more than my sister. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it took a while to understand. I was like, oh, so my library in the iTunes will play when I go in the subway? Yes, because we pay.
So Don says, I seriously think that would be something very cool.
Yeah.
So now, Rach, here, I'm gonna take it a step further.
Oh, we could even do meditations.
You could do meditations.
Yeah.
You could do singing bowls.
Oh yeah.
All right. And this is my suggestion is that you would say, I'd like to get approximately 10 minutes of video up once a week. Not
Mhm.
overwhelming, once a week. And if Gamers Health is on Sunday, Wednesday morning, we have a video go up for the Gamers Health stretching, stretching and yoga. Then we do like a meditation
Oh, we can
series.
have it just linked in here.
Yeah, you
Oh,
don't need
yes,
you
yes,
don't need
good.
you don't need your own channel.
Yeah, that's a leap to me. I'm kind of like,
No, this is just another aspect of Gamers Health.
okay, yeah, I can totally. That seems like a really great bridge.
Yeah, you see,
Bridger.
I can actually get some things that make
A little
sense.
bit done.
Well, and actually, this flows right into today's topic because, like I said, I had 2 doctors tell me I gotta lose weight, and then there'd be 3 if I count my cardiologist a couple of weeks ago telling me the same thing. So I gotta lose weight, and it's not like we don't go out and walk or we don't exercise, but we're not doing walks and exercising on the same day. It's like, oh, well, I got my 30 minutes in, not every day either, on my watch. I'm good. And I believe part of what we got to do is we got to do
Mm.
compounding, it kind of.
Yes. And then also like maybe like just we have to stay walking 5 days a week,
Yes.
for at least half an hour,
Mhm.
you know. And then uh for maybe 2 or 3 days a week, at least, maybe or actually maybe do something also 5 days a week.
Well,
Because we could do something we could do is like I still love my TRX and
right.
we can do yoga, we can do
This,
the TRX, we could also some days could be for cars because that's not as strenuous
right.
as
It's more
the
stretching of the muscles and
yes.
everything.
And we have dumbbells, Eric. I haven't
I
used the
know. I
dumbbells in a
know.
little while.
So how about this, Rach?
But I'll have to take a break from that in like
Uh,
for a couple of weeks after surgery.
right. So how about this? And this is the long term plan. Again, you're having surgery. She's having surgery
Right.
in
And you know what? You can
2 weeks.
yeah, we can break it up into like sort of little movement breaks.
But
Like say for example, oh, well, let's do a little something before we go walking. And then like in the evening do like 15 minutes of a little something or
right.
whatever.
I actually was thinking about it, and I was actually saying, like, listen, your watch wants you to get 30 minutes of exercise in, and there are days where it counts that for free. I mean, I park a few blocks from the house, and I was like, oh, look at that, I got 4 minutes of exercise in. I'm ahead of the game. But the idea, I think, is like you said, break it up, walk 5 times a week, and I think that we should be every day will be an alternation between TRX, which is muscle building, and cars and or yoga. So one day you're doing the muscle building, next day you're stretching those muscles. You're helping them heal and not get tight.
Right.
So we alternate it,
Yep.
and I think that that's going to be good. But
Yeah.
I think on the days where we're not walking are the days where we do more of
Maybe the strength.
the strength
Yes.
training, adding in other stuff, because the reality is, listen, we all love our food, and I will say for sure, last week we ate well.
We ate like kings.
We ate like kings, I tell you. We ate really well. And we had food that really was impressive.
And food that we normally would not. Food that it's not the usual that we have.
Right.
Like when we, started our change.
Right. So,
and so now it's like, something I'm doing too to like help get back up is like, I'm looking into different recipes and choosing a recipe
Right.
to, um, get excited about to try, like an overnight chia oats, with
For
some
breakfast.
berries and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, to meal prep it in advance and then be able to have it, you know, on the mornings where maybe we're rushed, and then so that you don't have to cook in the
Right.
morning, and you can just eat. Um, so looking up things like that and trying to experiment and play with foods that are supposed to be healthy,
Mm.
but damn, they look pretty in the pictures.
Well, here and listen, Rach and I, we discussed this topic, but we don't outline this stuff. So as we discuss it with you, your feedback, your comments often spark something in us.
Yeah.
So what I'm actually thinking though is that so we have Factor, and Factor is these pre-made meals. They are healthy, chef curated meals. So I usually go for keto or carb conscious meals. Rach usually goes for stuff that is calorie smart. You can choose different ways, but you'll make exceptions for shrimp depending on where it is
Hmm.
and and what flavors it is. But so
But
that's
it's usually within that format, the
yeah,
carb conscious
yeah,
or calorie
smart.
smart. Yeah.
So that's already three of our dinners each
Yep.
week. All right, one lunch, and if we have this lunch, we don't have breakfast. Is we go out to our sit down Chinese place, Danny's, and we have lunch.
And this I never stopped doing.
It,
I get my um
brown rice.
brown rice and I get the sauce on the side.
Yeah,
Um,
steamed
like
with the
the brown sauce on the side, but my chicken and broccoli is steamed.
yes.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to suggest for Rage and I is that 2 to 3 meals, and again, when I say meals, I'm talking dinners. So we already have Factor's already 3 a week. Chinese food is actually our brunch, so that doesn't really necessarily count. But 2 to 3 of our dinners need to be of the following mix: salad based,
Yes.
or konjac noodle based,
Absolutely.
or cauliflower rice based.
Yes.
Because I can make a pretty rockin'
And we
cauliflower.
were finding some awesome
Yeah,
stuff.
I was
Like some
yes,
awesome salad based stuff
yes.
and veggie based.
Don says tomorrow I'm making homemade beef stew.
Mm.
Not sure how that relates health wise. Well, you know,
Anything homemade is going to
it'd
be
be better.
better
Yes,
because you can control your ingredients, and control what kind of oils that you might cook with,
right.
or
And that's
if
huge.
you put sweetener in it. Some people put sugar in everything, like
Right,
that you wouldn't think it goes in.
right. And some people overly salted. My blood pressure this week has been picture perfect. That's because Rach and I cook with very little salt. I have it in the kitchen. It's only by a grinder and it's only used sparingly. We don't use it with our eggs
Mhm.
or our potatoes, but there are times when you need to break it out. By the way, Tina, good evening, Eric and Rachel.
Hello.
I've been watching on my phone,
Cool.
waiting for the
Welcome.
computer to update. So, yes, we have. Well, even before Glenn came to stay with us, the week before that, we had a lot of appointments, which meant literally not much cooking. It meant going to my phone and ordering Uber, which is fun, and that's fun if you're doing it once every week or two.
But it's addictive
But it's
if you're
addictive,
doing it more often.
and if you're doing it 2 to 3 times a
Yes, because you
week,
take your eye off the ball and you're like, oh, what's on sale? Or
right,
like,
right. What? Where's my 2 for 1 with my 40% off, which is fine, but the reality is when you cook for yourself, you know what you're feeding yourself.
yeah.
You know what you're feeding your family. When you're cooking with oil, I can't stress this enough. Please, just if you can avoid it, stay away from seed oil. All right, the seed oils, corn oil, these are all
Cheap.
inflammatory and cheap
Yeah.
oils. If uh, if you need something that's going to handle the high heat better than olive oil, avocado oil
Yes.
handles the heat better. Uh, Paul, I have a 5-day weekend next weekend. Am
Ooh.
I making salmon jerky or a mutton birria? Birria? Birria.
Baby, I don't know
That
what's
sound,
that.
that sounds like an Indian dish. I could be wrong.
Mm.
Um, I would actually say the salmon jerky, if it's spiced right, sounds
That sounds really
really good.
cool, salmon jerky.
Um,
I can't say I've ever. What was the meat?
what?
The red meat thing they
Oh,
said?
mutton.
Mutton.
Mutton, nothing
What
but
is that? A
mutton.
lamb?
I believe so. Don, we love our veggies and our cooking. I've learned to appreciate vegetables a lot more than I used to like, broccoli and
Yeah.
spinach, whether that and everything else was like and corn, but corn's really a carb.
Yeah.
Potatoes are a carb, but I've learned like baby Brussels sprouts. Oh my God, if you bake them with a spray of olive oil and a little garlic thrown in, like good powdered garlic, maybe a little powdered onion, a little pepper. Oh my God, this stuff tastes divine. And it's Brussels
Yeah.
sprouts. Who would have
Yeah.
thought Brussels sprouts could taste so well? Oh, Wonky. Welcome, sir. We have a Wonky in the house. Yes, salmon jerky. I think salmon jerky is getting the win. It's mutton birria is a Mexican spiced goat stew.
Ah.
Um, I had goat once. It wasn't bad, but I was at a it was I meant to order the beef stew, and my partner I was when I was rookie cop recommended something else, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"What is it?" Oh, no, don't worry about it. You like it. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that wasn't bad. What was it? Yeah, it was goat." I'm like,
What did it taste like?
it
Like meat?
tasted like meat. It was actually it was in a stew, so it was very tender.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, David,
Yeah, I never
love.
ate the goat or the oxtails that people would offer, like and start cooking, and I'd be like, no, I don't really try new meats away
Hey,
from home.
Jamaica, baby, we always make oxtails. What do you want? No, thank you. That's okay. David Townsend loves Brussels sprout and cauliflower. Cauliflower again. I think, an excellent cauliflower fried rice. I think I
Yes.
do a very good job with that. But a lot of that is you cooking off all the
Water.
water. Yeah. Um, Wonky, always good to see the two of you. Much love. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Uh, we try to live up to that. I don't always know if we do, but and by the way, trying to get back on the wagon when it comes to our dieting and our
I
exercise.
have to remove the cauldron with the candy and just put it in your bin with the other
Right,
candies that
right,
I'm not so bothered by because I don't see it and I don't pass by it.
right.
Because like I've been passing by that this week going, I need a Twix. I need a whatever it is in there.
Yeah, maybe I'll ration out those little half bars of Twix with our tea.
Oh, okay.
Make make it
Yeah,
work
I
that
figure I'll
way.
just bring it in here and like put it away so that this way I'm not like it's not out there teasing me and triggering
Yeah.
me.
David Thompson, rest in peace, Peanut the squirrel. Rach has no idea what you're talking about. I sadly do. Guy wound up rescuing and raising a squirrel
Oh,
and did videos about it.
oh,
And the squirrel was essentially a pet. So when the government found out that he had a wild animal as a pet, they confiscated the squirrel and put it to sleep because that's better than letting it live as a pet.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
Our government?
Yes.
Our government sucks.
Yeah, it does.
They're evil fuckers.
David, time you put a gamer's healthy recipe book to compete against the WotC D&D cookbook.
There's such a thing? A
Yes.
WotC D&D cookbook?
Yes.
Okay, do we have to have like special titles that say something
about gamers
or D&D or
yeah, it's a Cthulhu stew, you know, just throw everything in there.
So that would be like some octopus.
Yeah, Dave's like, New York, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure if it was New York outside the city or in the city.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, because
of course it has to be euthanized.
Well, you know what? There's nothing. The only thing worse than a dead squirrel, it's a living one. So we gotta make sure it's dead. Like, no, you don't.
That's disgusting. So ashamed that that's here in New York.
Oh my God! See, I'm allergic.
Yes.
I'm allergic to killing squirrels.
Me too.
Not even talking about the allergy season that's upon it. I thought I had a second sneeze. I'm trying not to sneeze. If I sneeze on the camera, that really will be a Call of Cthulhu moment. You're like, we got slimed. But yeah, I don't see. My problem is, and Rach knows this. When I cook, it's all by feel. I don't.
Well, maybe what we do is like try to pin it down
I guess
better,
so.
and maybe give some.
I guess so. But I mean, the secret to a good cauliflower fried rice is cooking that cauliflower down, not till it's dry, but till the water is no longer running through it, which can take a while.
Mm-hmm.
And you throw in low sodium soy sauce. Oh my God, to die for.
And we have ginger in the fridge,
right?
Even fresh ginger that we could grate up in there.
And
garlic.
You can if you've got some mixed vegetables, you can throw in the vegetables. Excuse me. I throw in diced chicken that's been cooked. Little garlic.
Cilantro.
No cilantro. They don't put cilantro into fried rice.
They do in the Thai spot.
Yeah. And what do I do with my cilantro?
You give it to me.
It's like, yeah, you take it. I don't want it. You can have it. It's all right for me. So, but if we maybe what we'll do is we'll do something a bit on the blog side where we'll put together some holiday themed healthy recipes. But we're not doing a cookbook like WotC. We're not looking to shake folks down. Listen, Rach and I appreciate the support of the community, the subscribers, the viewers, the commenters, those that use the links on the bottom of the screen. That's the best way to support this channel. So I don't have to come here with my I don't have a hat in my hand, but with a hat in my hand asking for handouts. I don't begrudge people that do it at all. I back GoFundMe's constantly, and I'll match GoFundMe funds, but I don't generally feel comfortable doing that. But I do feel comfortable saying, "Hey, get something for yourself and put some tips in the in a tip jar." Don, killed a squirrel. What a bunch of vile wankers.
Yes.
Yeah, New York's a strange state.
Yeah.
Tina, I'm making Don.
If it's common sense, it ain't there. Like it's gonna go against.
Oh, Tina, you're making me hungry. By the way.
Oh, what's that?
I'm making Don caramel cinnamon rolls tonight.
Oh, Yum.
Diabetes on a baker's sheet. To die for. We did have a nice lunch out with grape leaves, lentil soup, and chicken and beef shawarma.
Yum. A nice Middle Eastern.
All right, so you ate healthy, and now you're.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't begrudge anybody desserts. Okay, when we were in the Poconos, Glenn,
We ate dessert this week.
yeah, when we were in the Poconos with Glenn,
We love our
he
sweeties.
picked up his he found, what was it, apple pie ice cream,
hmm
locally made in the supermarket. Awesome. I didn't really
Yeah.
think I'd like it. It was
We liked
spot on.
it. The dog liked it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then when we were in Holmesdale doing some antique shopping, we went to their ice cream spot, and we didn't get ice cream cones. No. We got shakes. And we didn't just get shakes. Rich and I shared a jumbo shake.
And jumbo was,
It was jumbo.
quite jumbo.
Was it black raspberry?
Black raspberry.
It was good. That's why I shared it. I'm sure I could have finished it myself. My sensor would have been going like, 4-alarm fire.
Yeah, and then we had our cannolis with our.
We had cannolis on Thursday.
Italian.
Yes.
And then when we went to Arthur Ave, we had the New York cheesecake
Yes.
after pizza.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That was. Oh, we're gonna go back to Arthur Avenue.
yeah. Oh my
Tina,
God.
have you ever tried a cauliflower pizza crust?
No, not yet. Did we?
We tried it once. Early
Really?
on. And excuse me, I gotta grab a tissue.
Did we enjoy it?
Not really.
Oh.
Because, and I know you can, I've seen online videos on how to make your own cauliflower pizza crust.
Oh, because we would have bought frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The frozen wasn't, it's like, it was all right. You know what? If you like those little Celeste frozen pizzas that were like, it used to be 99 cents before, inflation probably made it $1.50, $2. If you like Celeste and you didn't like the supermarket brand of the same that was 10 cents cheaper, this is almost as it was almost as good as the supermarket brand that was 10 cents cheaper, but instead was 4 times. It was 10 was like 4 or 5 times the price.
Hard critic.
I didn't enjoy it. Certain things
I didn't remember having.
Oh yeah, it was back in like 2020, 2021.
Oh.
Yeah. David, lemon refrigerator cake, food of the gods.
Oh. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
I guess you.
David, is this a UK specialty? I've never heard of refrigerated cake, but that damn.
I've heard of like that the cake where you put the holes in it and you put the syrup over top and it goes in the cake and then you eat the cake cold.
It sounds damn good though. So I'm just wondering.
Like a poke cake, or they call it poke cake. It's a southern thing.
Actually, I don't know. I try to avoid too much knowledge of sweets because if I get my mother-in-law used to make it. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Oh, the lemon refrigerator cake.
Yeah, Don says, "Oh, it is so good, Eric and Rich." All right. It's good. Don, are you saying the cauliflower pizza crust was good or the cake? I'm not.
Yeah, maybe. If we found a recipe, we could try it.
Okay. Well, we do love our lemons every morning. We do our.
Yeah, we do our elixir.
Layers of lemon flavored sponge cake and layers of lemon cream.
Okay.
All right, that does sound.
It does. I love lemon things.
Yes, that sounds really good.
And cinnamon things, and chocolate things, and vanilla,
you can make it like not keto friendly, but more carb conscious by replacing the sugar with Splenda or one of the
Oh yeah, if you made your
sweeteners.
cake at home or
Yeah,
got the box cake from whoever offers the.
Duncan. I think Duncan Hines
They had a
or
keto cake.
yeah, which came out pretty well. I gotta say.
Yeah, they were like almond flour.
Yeah. So there are ways to get around it. I mean, we don't. I look at things that are keto. I will buy keto stuff, especially when it comes to snacking. But we don't live keto. We don't, live to be in the rain. Like check my ketones.
Right, we don't check ketones. We don't have we don't count macros.
Right.
Nothing like that. When I um was doing weight loss maybe 2 years ago, I was doing better at it. I was using an app called um, oh my god, I'll have to look at it. Um, oh, I don't see it here. Um,
Do 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 do
I
do
got to
do
find it.
do 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 do. Do 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 do
Oh
do do
shoot,
do
where is it at
do
even?
do 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 do. Please
Okay, it was
reveal
called Chronometer.
just under the buzzer. We thank you.
And I'm
So,
not even sure I can see it here. Maybe something about it changed.
dun, dun, dun. But I mean, when it comes to doing this
Yeah, I
stuff,
don't see it on here. Oh yeah, here,
what?
this one,
Okay,
Chronometer.
okay, cool. They
It's
can't
a
take her word for it.
yeah.
Um,
That was really good because it also like would sync with your watch, your Apple Watch too. I'm sure it would sync with like Fitbit or whatever.
uh,
Um, but it was nice because it would sync with your watch and count your exercise. And like as you exercised, it would give you more calories back to be able to use during the day.
you've earned yourself
Yeah.
half a Reese's Pieces.
But you definitely had to measure, and you also, um, have to choose pretty low calorie options. So I was just doing calorie restriction,
And again, if you're gonna do calorie restriction,
which is it's good, but
like I said before, though, it's stuff like rice cauliflower.
yes,
It is stuff like having salad as the base of your meal, leafy greens.
yeah,
It is konjac pasta.
yes,
Konjac,
lean meat.
and by the way, there's many different brands of the konjac. They all come packed in water.
You can even get rice konjac.
You can.
Yeah,
I'd rather just use rice cauliflower myself.
yeah, because
But with the konjac, you got to rinse it. Okay, I can't stress that enough. It has an earthy, fishy aroma. What with it's packed in whatever it just to draw that stuff out of the flour. So you rinse
or
it.
not flour because it's a root.
Yeah, but it's actually a root that's turned into a flour, then made into made into different shapes.
Okay.
But rinse
Got
it,
it.
rinse it in cold water in a colander or whatever you got. And then like if you're making something with like a pasta sauce,
Yeah,
you
we've had it
put
with chicken sausage
yeah.
and
Oh, that was really good.
pasta sauce and like a little mozzarella.
And you throw these rinsed noodles, you throw them into a hot pan. And it should be a larger pan than you might think of, because you want them to get in contact with the pan so they dry
Right,
out
so that you
quickly.
would spread it all out.
Right.
So all of it hits the surface.
Right. You want them to start drying out, and once they start drying out a little bit, and the water is no longer pooling on your pan, then you put your sauce in, so you know your sauce won't get watered down by water,
Yeah.
and then you mix your sauce into it, and then you have sausages that are already cut or cooked and cut. Throw them in. I usually throw in frozen vegetables at this point, so I can get them to cook just enough to get a little tender. Because you want to, I like to have different flavors and consistencies in my dishes when I can. Which is why with my omelets, I like to. I usually make the omelet in the morning, one egg, but I'm surprised that one egg actually can be pretty
Yeah, it
filling.
can be pretty big.
Um, one egg. My preferred method is after I flip it, some shredded cheese. I prefer to then do salsa. If I have fresh chives growing, that'll already be put into the egg, so you get a little extra color and flavor. And then you've got this, like a Spanish omelet, and I'll have turkey bacon or turkey sausage or chicken sausage that's cooked up as you meat, and
Yeah, we've been loving turkey bacon.
uh, we are fond of our low carb breads because we always like to have some kind of a quote starch to go along with this. But something that I found, I didn't expect to find this, is that the Thomas's English muffins, the light ones, 100
Yeah,
calories,
so they work.
multi-grain.
They work really well. They work almost as if it's a low carb
Yeah.
bread.
My blood sugar this morning was
Almost. I mean, because yeah, and the
I
way
didn't
that you eat
I
it
didn't I
too
didn't get
helps.
above 140 in my blood sugar.
Awesome.
So it really it's a lower if you're looking to if you want that bread, that crunch of toasted
If you
bread.
really want to enjoy those nooks and crannies, do it that way with
Yeah.
the 100-calorie ones.
Yeah, I wouldn't go and we found a deal when we were at our local supermarket Stop and
Yeah.
Shop. It was buy one get two.
How do you refuse that?
So I was like, shit. Gave one to my parents. We kept two 6-packs. We'll probably use up one of the 6-packs plus maybe a little bit of the other one, and then when before they go past the date, freeze them.
Yep.
And they're easy enough to.
Yeah, we do a lot of freezing.
Yeah, freezing is good for you, and the uncommon common knowledge is frozen vegetables are probably better for you in many cases than fresh vegetables.
Well, because they're frozen at the peak of freshness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not sitting on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah.
Losing that extra. So, and they're cheaper, generally.
Yeah. Well, and then because like spoilage.
Yes.
A concern.
So, which reminds me, we probably this coming week I'll go through the freezer a bit and see what I can move downstairs and what's downstairs in the freezer I can move upstairs.
Okay.
All that little sorting of fun stuff.
Yeah.
So, we've already brainstormed what we plan to do for next week's episode.
Yeah.
Do you remember what we called it? Because I don't.
Next week?
Yes. I know. I'll come back to me, but I can't remember what we called it.
It's you sure you want to say the topic?
All right. I won't say the topic, but I will announce
because the topic
is topical. You know what? Here, I'll just throw this out here. We have
kind of moves along with other things.
Tomorrow night, Glenn and I are going to be doing a live stream. The Triple D Dungeons and Dragons and Discourse live stream will be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on this very channel. It got bumped from Friday because Glenn had family events going on. Wednesday, we are going to have Jared Nielsen from the World of Game Design on the live stream talking crit. He asked if he could be on. World of Game Design has been a hot topic on Facebook and beyond. There was a magazine article on, I guess, was it Revolver.com. So it's been a topic. And I believe Jared is going to explain his perspective and point of view. Looking forward to that. And believe it or not, Thursday on the Vlog of Many Things, as of this moment, this might change between now and then. We are going to have Ken Whitman. So if you don't normally watch the other, live streams this week, you're going to want to watch them. Okay. In both cases, I am not going to be the primary yapper. I'm going to be the man behind the screen
You're
taking
going to
care of
fade
it.
into the background.
I'm going to fade into the background, make sure the chat is covered and that questions that are being asked are brought up so they can be answered. And I expect a lively chat in both cases. So I am hoping that we can get the live stream links up sometime Monday or Monday and Tuesday, so you have at least a 48-hour lead in to each of these lives. Exciting times. I mean, this tells you, in my opinion, that when events happen in our community, more closely the OSR, people go to this channel. They go to Wizard Tower Games. They go to Tabletop Tap Room. The core people that make this stuff happen are where you're going to find your current news, and we are not cable news. Okay, we try to give you topical stories and topical events. We certainly do opinionate. Not going to say we don't, but I like to believe our opinions are a bit more founded than just talking out of our ass.
Sounds good.
I'll fart out of my ass. My wife will actually attest to that. But I don't like to talk out of my ass. Try not to, at least. On that note, thank you so much to everybody. It's good to see you all.
Thank you for joining us, taking the time with us.
Yes. And
thank you for the encouragement.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I want to see for 2025, I want to see a 10-minute video of rage. You can talk meditation. You can do a meditation video. This is all stuff that people should be able to grab and watch on their own time. We're not going to do it live. It's going to be recorded, but we will have a set time for people to catch it. So, we'll figure out the proper release date.
Yeah.
So,
but again, thank you guys so much.
Yep. David, bye. Don, you also have a good night. Thank you so much. Tina, thank you for joining us. It was great to have you.
Yes.
And I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Take good care, guys.
Yep. Catch you all.